The vice-like leaves of the Venus flytrap give it an impressive ability to catch flies and other insects, but that's just one of the incredible ways carnivorous plants catch their dinner. Some, like the sundew, ensnare prey in a mass of sticky tentacles, while others, like the bladderwort, deploy what is essentially a booby-trapped vacuum cleaner to slurp its aquatic victims. Being carnivorous enables plants to thrive in nutrient-poor environments, an ability so advantageous that different groups have evolved it at least a dozen times. How carnivorous plants evolve their unique and complex prey-catching systems has long puzzled scientists, but a new study suggests that for some plants, luck may play a larger role than previously thought. An international team of researchers recently discovered the same trapping mechanism in 2 species of pitcher plants that have been evolving independently on opposite sides of the planet for thousands of years. Their work suggests that not all complex traits are the product of strong selective pressure. Some may result from winning the evolutionary jackpot or spontaneous coincidence.
We're surprised to find that the most likely explanation is actually just a simple random coincidence.
The pitcher plants Bauer and her colleagues looked at were the slender pitcher plant, which is found in Southeast Asia, and the Seychelles pitcher plant, which is only found, as you might suspect, in the Seychelles. Pitcher plants are essentially living pitfall traps. Their deep, cup-shaped leaves are full of digestive juices and have super slippery rims that make it easy for insects to lose their footing and fall inside. And once an insect falls in, escape is nearly impossible. But the slender and Seychelles pitcher plant aren't content with waiting for prey to fall into their trap. Both these pitcher plants are equipped with specialized lids that catapult insects into their pitchers whenever they are hit by raindrops. This incredible rain-powered hunting strategy is known as springboard trapping.
In order for springboard trapping to work, you need 3 specialized traits in a lid. First of all, the lid needs to work as a spring. If you have a very soft, wobbly lid, you can hit it with a raindrop, but not much happens. The second trait you need is to make the surface the right level of slippery. If it was as slippery as those wax crystals on the inner pitcher wall, insects simply wouldn't be able to go there because they would not get a foothold at all. Now the third trait is almost trivial. You need the right angle of the lid. So the perfect angle is horizontal. If your lid is horizontal, your insect ends up in the trap. If your lid is at a 45-degree angle, the mechanism still works, but your insect misses the trap and shoots past.
There are over 100 species of pitcher plant, but only the slender pitcher plant and the Seychelles pitcher plant have evolved this springboard trapping mechanism.
So there are 2 species that grow very far apart, have evolved separately for a long time, and yet they both have in common that they use the same crazy mechanism to capture prey. And in order to do this, both species have evolved very specialized lid properties in parallel.
This is an example of 2 different evolutionary processes. The first is composite trait evolution, where a number of features working in concert create a new trait. Like how a viper relies on a flexible jaw, enlarged teeth, hollow fangs, venom glands, and muscles to swiftly deliver that venom, among a host of other traits, to produce its deadly strike. The second is convergent evolution, where distantly related organisms independently evolve traits that serve the same function. Like how mammals across the globe have all evolved spiny quills for defense. Strong selective pressure, where a trait makes an organism more successful, can lead to both convergent and composite trait evolution. But Dr. Bauer and her colleagues believe that natural selection wasn't the only reason these 2 pitcher plants ended up with similar structures. Many traits evolve in steps, slowly changing or becoming more complex over eons, but these springboards seem to have arisen fully formed.
And this is why our new mechanism, which we have termed spontaneous coincidence, makes so much sense. Because that actually can evolve in one single step.
You don't always need an elaborate mechanism to explain things. Sometimes a random coincidence can be a very powerful mechanism to create something entirely novel.
Developing a composite trait in this way is a lot like winning the lottery. Although the lottery is entirely based on luck, you can improve your odds of winning by buying more tickets. Pitcher plants are an astonishingly diverse group. They buy more tickets than most due to their high plasticity. There are over 100 species, each with multiple morphs. Even on an individual level, they produce highly variable body structures in response to their environment and through random chance.
The winning combination is right in nature, but the more tickets, the more likely you are to win. When these component traits are highly variable, then you maximize the chance of the right combination occurring.
With a wide range of variation in lid size, shape, angle, and waxiness, you have a better chance of all of those traits lining up to create something new, like the perfect springboard. And if that new trait really was beneficial, you'd expect to see reduced variation in the species that produced it.
Because simply the occurrence of the new combination gives you the novel function, natural selection can immediately act upon that winning ticket and fix it in the population.
Evolution can drive species in dramatic new directions, helping the incredible diversity of life we see today survive on a changing planet. But these pitcher plants show us that natural selection isn't the only force at work here. Sometimes random chance and a little good luck can lead to organisms evolving new useful traits. Sometimes things evolve not because they need to, but simply because they can.